Hobbs. So, I hope you're feeling better today. I continued for like two more missions. You didn't miss much. So like the mission I did after you left was there were two missions I did after you left. One was a recon mission where we had to recon 4 dropships and take out some enemy mechs along the way. The other one, I took a contract with the Free Proserpina Mutineers, aka the same guys that's in the previous big contract that I went up against. Our employer has changed, and now the Draconis Combine is our enemy. So we already did like the very first mission of that, and what happened was we linked up with our rebel contact in the desert, and then we had to defend the base until we could evacuate. And that's where we left off. So I read this debrief out loud just before ending the stream, but I might as well reread it. Not bad, not bad. You made it just in time. Your team will be taking orders from me for the rest of your time here in Proserpina. I don't know what you're used to, but out here we're pretty informal. You won't be getting your orders signed and sealed. You'll just be listening to me. Thanks to you, anything the Draconis troops gained from their surprise attack was taken back, and you saved thousands of our soldiers. Thousands? Really? That was a very tiny base. You've already become local heroes. Now just keep it up. We're paying top dollar for you, and we aim to get our money's worth. By the way, did you hear about the bounty? Tysa Michaels, the Draconis commander, put out a $100,000 C-bill price on your head today. It means you'll have to watch your back around some of these animals, especially with all the spies, but it's a compliment. Hell, I'm running this show, and they're only offering 75,000 C-bills for me. There are no weapons salvaged. We got 500,000 C-bills for our troubles. War in the Wasteland. Draconis High Command is claiming victory over Proserpina's rebels after a fierce battle waged today in the Crystal Desert. While media sources were unable to track the battle from orbital satellites, reliable sources report that less than 50% of Draconis strike force returned to base. Hey Sol, we're playing MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries. The battle lasted less than 20 minutes, but 2 conspicuous smoke columns hung over the desert for hours afterwards. Captain Marcia Phillips of the merchant jump ship Star Sparrow reported to the Daily News that she observed several dropships of unknown origin descending to the planet's surface hours before the battle. Phillips stated that the dropships approached in combat formation. Rebel sources also claimed triumph, having lost 2 tanks but reporting 4 Draconis mechs destroyed. While Rebel media contacts have been unreliable in the past, the presence of several Draconis salvage teams in the Crystal Desert partially supports the Rebel story. We at the Daily News wish to take this opportunity to assure the good citizens of Proserpina that however the winds of war may blow, towards our Draconis Combine overseers or to the rebels who now challenge their supremacy, this paper will remain an unbiased, reliable source of information. In the weeks and months ahead, the Proserpina Daily News will continue to tell you the facts as we discover them without bias. Hey Sol. I just woke up and this is the first thing I decided to do. It's late in France for Lemmy, so that's why I usually stream around this time. Because I do want to show him this game. I usually stream around this time anyway. So let's go to the next mission.
Select game.
And let's just save just in case.
Save.
So you weren't here when you weren't here, but Lemmy. But I can now assign wingmen to my lancemates to my team. So I've assigned Daniel Wilkes in the commando, and I took the crab for myself. And lancemates actually talk. It's not like it's no longer like the computer saying point 2 attacking your target or point 3 attacking your target. They actually you order them to attack, and then Daniel will actually respond on the radio. That's a change from the original in Ghostbusters Legacy. It's a welcome change from Ghostbusters Legacy.
Select.
I say frequently, don't mind me. Here's our chance to get a little revenge. During the Freedom Marches last summer, a DC commander called Varus ordered Mechs to fire on a peaceful crowd, massacring hundreds of civilians. Varus, or the Butcher, is inspecting a fire base at Nav Point Iota. One of our recon squads has been stationed in the cliffs above you to keep lookout. You'll start out hidden in a cave and then move it in for a kill when you spot Varus. This one means a lot. Don't let us down. Travel to Nav Iota, avoiding Draconis patrols, and destroy the fire base. Find Show Varus by inspecting buildings and mechs. Once you've found him, kill Varus.
Your target, Commander Varus, believed to pilot a Vindicator. He could be located in either firebase on the Salt Flats.
So, to get the most money out of this mission, we gotta blow up both fire bases and kill Varus. We don't have to destroy all the targets, all the enemies we see, but we do have to destroy both fire bases. September 15, 3045. 2 weeks into the mission and we're no closer to victory. November 6th is coming fast. I don't see how we can possibly hold out against the elite amphibian light assault. Ammunition is already running short, and so is food. I seem to be getting a full ration, but I've seen whole platoons living on half rations for days. Water is also becoming a problem. I've been running water raids into Draconis territory, but we're still thirsty. All over Proserpina, people are saying that the FedCon is backing the mutineers, but we aren't seeing any supplies. Just more DC propaganda. Well, it's a good thing I don't rely on ammunition. September 20, 3045. I've finally been given a combat mission against the Combine, but I don't really like being used as a weapon against just one man. They told me how brutal Show Varus was at the Freedom Marches, but riot duty is dangerous and ugly work. Varus was probably just doing his job. Anyway, war is political, not personal. Yeah. Most definitely, he was just doing his job.
Online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Raider 1, enemy patrol approaching. Stay in the cave until they pass.
If we go out early, then those guys will engage us. If we leave, wait until they leave, then we don't have to deal with them for a while. But they'll come back.
Thermal optics engaged.
Don't mind the low frame rate, by the way. It actually, remember Soul that this game actually needs a low frame rate. Your jump jet recharge time is tethered to it. The worse your frame rate is, the faster they recharge. I don't know why.
You're all clear, Raider 1. Move out, and good luck.
Okay. So I already know where Varus is. He's in this fire base up here, which is guarded by turrets. The turrets have large lasers.
It's going down.
Oh yeah, another welcome change from MechWarrior 2 is I can just quickly order them to with a hotkey to immediately attack. I don't have to go into the menu anymore to do it.
Enemy target destroyed.
Transfer.
Nav Iota reached.
There's the flamer. And there goes his PPC arm. He's screwed.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Oh, he's already moving. He pilots a Vindicator, which has a PPC arm as well.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin.
Okay, there we go. We took out his PPC arm. Ow, 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 ow.
Emergency heat shutdown overridden.
Yeah, this game looks a lot better than the original MechWarrior 2. Come on. There's some major improvements, like once I take out his leg. Oh, he's dead.
Enemy mech destroyed.
There's a javelin.
Enemy mech destroyed.
I think I took out the fire base here. Centurion's also coming back. Okay, let's take out the other fire base before he gets here. Or let's try to. You wish the heat gauge didn't look like this? I think I can change it. Okay, so the Centurion's got an AC-10. Which may be a problem. Ow.
Enemy target destroyed. Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Enemy mech destroyed.
The heat gauge is definitely not the most readable. I actually kind of like it. I like it a bit more like this. It makes a... But,
Reactor critical shutdown.
I gotta look up the controls again, but I don't... I think you can change... You can change the heat gauge to not look like the old MechWarrior 2 heat gauge.
Reactor critical shutdown imminent.
Ow.
Overridden. Enemy mech destroyed.
Okay, that's all the enemies, so all that's left is to take out the second fire base and then we're out of here.
Nav Kappa reached.
Let's get out of here. We don't need to take out the turrets. By the way, in this version of the game, image enhancement was commented out of the controls but because that's supposed to be a clan technology that the Innersphere is not supposed to have. But guess what?
Image enhancement engaged.
If you write it back into the control scheme, then it's still there. I'm gonna try to avoid using it. I'll try to avoid using as much as possible. But I have this mode. I have this mode specifically for the very unlikely scenario that I play multiplayer Mercenaries, which is not very likely. I think people are more inclined to play the original net mech. It's easier to get your hands on net mech than MercNet right now.
Nav Lambda reached. Mission successful.
Let's save. I accidentally saved on stream 1 just before I called it, but who cares? Varus is dead. Do you hear that crowd roaring out there? You just gave them their first real victory. Do you know how hard it is to keep on fighting for your homeland, your people, without ever making any progress? I guess not. Anyway, I'm here to present you with the Badge of Freedom, our highest honor. I don't know if it means anything to you, but it does to us. The mechs you found hidden in those fire bases gave us some interesting information about the Draconis strategy. It looks like they were about to stage an attack on our base here, which we were sure they didn't know about. It may be that all of our bases have been compromised, depending on how deep the spies are, and how well they're torturing POWs. But now that we know, if we move quickly, we'll be able to secure Proserpina and kick these worms off planet forever. Then you can head back to Outreach and we'll have our planet back. Butcher assassinated. The Draconis military liaison announced today that Shosa Varus, hero of several Draconis campaigns in the periphery, was killed during a rebel attack in the salt flats south of Proserpina capital. Varus, or the Butcher, is known to Proserpina's citizenry as the commander who allegedly ordered Draconis mechs to fire on a crowd at last summer's freedom marches. 206 civilians were killed in that incident, which a Draconis military investigation committee ruled a misunderstanding. Commander Tyson Michaels issued an ultimatum today against the rebels, who are calling themselves the Free Proserpina Mutineers. Michaels stated, anyone operating against the Draconis governorship must surrender to Kutitan or local authorities within 5 days. After that time, they will be considered enemies of the state and will be shot on sight. No more prisoners will be taken. An anonymous rebel source mocked Michael's ultimatum speech, pointing out that Draconis prisoners are almost always killed anyway. This speech, the source claims, proves only how desperate the Combine has become, and he warned that the Kutitans may turn their anger on Proserpina cities if the rebels continue to evade them. Such an act would be in direct violation of the Ares Conventions, which forbids urban warfare.
Select game.
Yeah.
Game save.
So, before I continue, let me look up, because I don't remember the controls for editing the HUD. And I wasn't gonna do that in the middle of the mission. NFB cycle. Okay. He lost his arm. It's a good thing I didn't put any weapons on it. Yeah, so customization in this game is even more important than it was in the previous ones, because you gotta. A lot of the time you're going to come with salvage mechs that are just missing weapons.
Select game. Game save.
Alright, let's keep the streak going. We've located a full lance of Draconis assault mechs and some recon mechs on their way from Proserpina capital to a fire base. We launched an artillery unit on a foothill overlooking the assault lance's march path. but a sandstorm has completely obscured their path and location. We're not quite sure where they are, so you have to go into the storm, find them, and keep them occupied so the artillery unit can do its job. Defend the artillery platoon throughout the mission. Search for the Draconis Heavy Lance. Assist the artillery in destroying the Draconis Lance.
Your target? The enemy assault lance. Assist your artillery in intercepting and destroying these Draconis assault mechs.
Sounds easy enough. Our targets are an Atlas, a Dragon, and an Awesome. October 3rd, 3045. I've become some kind of hero to the mutineers. I still have the best food, the most water, and the best living conditions of any warrior in the Resistance. Still, I could wish for more. I'm rationed on water and now on food, too. I share a room with 2 other soldiers, both lieutenants, both of them talking about ending the war and going back to their wives and families in peace. It seems more likely that even if the FedCon accepts Proserpina, the fighting will just keep going. This planet is right in the path of war, and it won't see peace until it's over. October 22nd, 3045. There's a chance this could be my last entry. Yeah, sure. Some say that Harris's plan is bold, but I call it reckless. The mutineers have committed 3 heavy artillery tanks to this mission, but the tanks can't move and fire at the same time. They're defenseless at close range against fast-moving mechs, and I'm going to be their only support against an entire heavy lance. They're calling this an attack, but it's more like suicide. I'd give anything to be back on Outreach. So, this mission is not too bad, actually.
Your target?
I don't wanna... This mission is not too bad, actually, but, let's just launch.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Find us that Draconis assault group Raider 1. It's going down.
Well, it's not quite like the old. There's the this is the old heat gauge kind of. It's a little smaller, but it's still readable. Also, the gravity here is much higher, so it's okay. Ow.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Not yet. It's going down.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Reactor critical. Shutdown. Emergency
Ow.
heat shutdown overridden. Enemy mech destroyed.
So I gotta keep going north, I think. Yeah.
Connecting to Satellite link.
Our targets, I can see them barely. They're just like right over there. So we don't have to actually destroy them.
Raider 1. Keep them in range of our guns and keep your head down. All units, fire at will.
They'll just get blown up on their own. Take a look.
Enemy mech destroyed.
They're not very fast. We can't escape these, the artillery fires like these giant ass missiles that, do ridiculous amounts of damage.
Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy mech destroyed. Mission successful.
I'm
Select
gonna save on this one.
game. Save.
Well done, troops. We took out the Draconis mechs and we've sent out a message to the people of Proserpina that we can kick the Combine off our planet. All we need is skill, courage, and a good dose of luck. The news of our victory spread fast and inspired the rest of the mutineers. The Salt Flat fire bases have almost been destroyed, with heavy coup time losses. It got pretty brutal over there. Some of the warriors inside the fire bases kept holding out for reinforcements, and we had to kill them almost to a man. I'm dropping frames. Are you guys still here? Still here. Okay, so is my stream still looking okay? It's not like I'm gonna assume it's still okay because you guys are, yeah. Means OBS is giving me false information again. Well, yeah, they're not giving proper metrics. Anyway, aftermath. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. Proserpina's citizens began celebrating today as the Draconis Combine governorship began moving off-planet. The Draconis High Command withdrew their secondary support personnel from Proserpina capital today. Over 600 Kunitan government officials and bureaucrats fled on a military dropship early this afternoon, and 200 more are expected to leave tomorrow. DC media liaisons are no longer available for comment, and Taisa Michaels refused to speak to the press today from his office at Draconis headquarters. After years of warfare, the people of Proserpina finally appear to be free of the Combine's despotic presence, thanks to the brave men and women of the Free Proserpina mutineers. The battle, however, may not be over yet. DCMS infantry are busy fortifying Proserpina capital against an attack from the south. Draconis units have been trickling into the city all day. Scattered reports indicate that the rebels are preparing to mount a general offensive against the DCMS across the entire planet, focusing on recapturing Proserpina capital with a minimum of civilian bloodshed. The DCMS, however, seem eager to take out their frustration on the defenseless, and reports of violence against Proserpina civilians continue. Several bodies have been discovered at the edge of Proserpina capital, massacred by Draconis soldiers. Mutineer Commander Elijah Harris warned citizens to avoid the DCMS and stated that by week's end we'll be marching into Proserpina capital. We anxiously await his triumphant return, and when he and the heroic mercenary unit that made our liberation impossible. We anxiously await his triumphant return when he and the heroic mercenary unit that made our liberation possible will receive the hero's welcome they deserve. This is dated October 22nd, 3045, by the way. So I'm not gonna repair my mech for this one. This one, if I cannot do this one, I'm gonna. This one is not that fun. Actually, as it sounds, but if I can't do it, then I will. I have an alternate strat. If I get stuck on this mission. So tomorrow you go into Proserpina capital. Most civilians have already evacuated, but there is still a POW camp in the middle of the city. We're sending in rescue trucks to get those men out, and you have to protect them. An infantry platoon is in position at the Rising Sun Hotel to assist your attack. Inspect the building to get their help. Escort the rescue trucks to the POW camp and back to the command post. Make certain that the trucks and the POWs in the barracks get away safely. We have provided you with an 85-ton STK free F Stalker for this mission only. The rest of of your unit has been ordered to other fronts.
Your target, POW camp. Secure it and protect the rescue vehicles.
Yeah. November 3rd, 3045. It seems like we might actually accomplish the impossible. We hear all the time about petty victories against the Combine. It cheers up the other soldiers, but it doesn't give me much hope. Commander Harris has been in touch with the Federated Commonwealth. They want to use Proserpina as a base plan for an upcoming campaign, but they can't unless we overthrow the Combine by the 6th. I know we can finish them off, but not within 3 days. Proserpina might stay free for a while, but unless the FedCom can push back the Combine with this campaign, it won't make any difference anyway. November 4th, 3045. Shocking news today. The Draconis soldiers have turned on the citizens of Proserpina capital. They're burning buildings to the ground, then killing and raping the survivors. All of the mutineers are worried about their loved ones and friends still in the city. I thank whatever gods may be that I don't know anyone in Proserpina capital. But war crimes. More war crimes. We don't have enough war crimes. November 5th, 3045. The orders have come through. We're going into action against the remaining Draconis forces tomorrow. The rest of my unit has been ordered to the Crystal Desert. Infantry platoons already hitting the city will be backing me up. I've seen some awful things in my life, but I don't know if I'm ready for Proserpina capital. So, this mission... The good thing about this mission is we don't have to use our own mech. They give us an 85-ton Stalker assault mech, which has a boatload of weapons. That's the good thing. The bad thing is, it sucks. The stock, I would rather use my own mech, and you'll see why. This Stalker kind of sucks, actually.
Reactor online. Sensor online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
So its loadout is not great. It's a canonical loadout. But the worst part about this thing is that it builds up heat like crazy and doesn't disperse it. So...
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Reactor critical. Shutdown.
I'm stuck with this awful thing.
Vehicle destroyed. Emergency heat shutdown overridden.
I got lucky on that tank, by the way. If he blew up spontaneously, his ammo probably exploded.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Well, this is our mech, by the way, for this mission. If it takes too much damage, we don't have to worry about repairing it. It's not ours. It's got a Hansen's Rough Riders patch on it anyway. Nice camouflage. Most stuff in this map, assuming stuff works, most enemies actually should not be able to stand up to this Stalker. Oh, I heard I heard an autocannon. Oh, urban mech. This is a fun, goofy trash can mech, but
Enemy mech destroyed.
it has the same problem as the Jenner. Its cockpit is very vulnerable.
Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden.
Come on. Why do you take so long to blow up? Oh my god. Is it the... This is why I don't like this mech. See how long it took for me to do that? And now, like, most of my mech is pretty banged up. And I had to stick around just to deal with them while the trucks just kept going. Because this is an escort mission.
Target is out of range. Target is out of range.
Roger, Raider 1. We'll cover you.
These mechs are damaged, but so am I.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Critical weapon.
This is the death cutscene right away. Rip. If you die, that's it. You don't get... The only way you get to retry is to reload your game. We'll try this one more time, and if I still can't do it, then I'm gonna use an alternate strat to bypass this mission. By the way, this is on hard difficulty, so it could be that they didn't optimize it for hard difficulty, because enemies are a lot tankier and absorb more damage on hard. Ow.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden.
Look at that. And he just runs. Of course he does.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
This thing doesn't. This is what the reason I don't like this thing is. It doesn't do enough DPS at all to be meaningful. It overheats too quickly. It's slow. As slow as molasses. I would rather be using my own personal crap over this thing. This thing is trash. I'm sorry. It's probably okay when if you get to customize it, but as you can see, I don't get to customize it. So I have to live with this awful thing. Can't even take out a light mech. Panther is a light mech, by the way. It's not that great.
Enemy mech destroyed.
I get what they were trying to do. They were trying to give you a feeling of power with this mech, but this is the worst mech to do it with.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden.
Especially because its loadout is not good for urban combat.
Enemy mech destroyed.
I don't know why he blew up.
External camera.
When MechWarrior Online 5, actually, the Stalker is a really good fire support mech. If you stick nothing but LRMs on it, you can just stand in the back and just fire LRMs all day at people. Which is a good way to rack up damage dealt.
Target is out of range.
Roger, Raider 1. We'll cover you.
He's got an AC-20.
Internal heat at
Goodbye.
700 Kelvin.
Get legged. And who's shooting me? Gotta identify which one of these buildings has the prisoners. Do not destroy the POW barracks, it says. Oh, we don't need to. We don't need to ID it.
Enemy mech destroyed. Internal heat at 700 Kelvin.
Another urban mech. Urban mechs are jokes, but they have an AC-10.
Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent.
Oops.
Shutting down. Enemy mech destroyed.
Why did I-
Emergency heat shutdown.
I shut down
overnight.
just right in front of
Online.
him.
Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
That Orion fled. Well, I guess we're not getting the bounty on him. We're just trying to make the most out of this. I think we have mission success. So, okay, so since it looks like we have mission success, then I'm going to say what I was gonna do. My alternate strat was gonna be. So the previous mission, the one where you had to guide artillery onto an assault lance. If you fail that one, then you have to do this mission with your own mechs. And honestly, I tried that, and I cleared this mission on the first try, literally on the first try. This mech is garbage, I'm sorry. Anybody who loves the Stalker, I'm sorry. Maybe it's okay in the tabletop, and maybe it's okay in MechWarrior 5, but not in this game. Not in this current setup. I really don't like missions where they stick you in stuff that is that's like basically betrays the whole point of being able to customize your mech. That guy, I want to try to take this guy out for
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
I don't have enough armor to deal with the damage to Orion. So we'll just complete the mission like this.
External camera.
I'm lucky that this was this is only the second attempt, because when I was doing a test run of this, and this took me like 5-6 attempts before I got it right. And even then I still could not destroy all enemies. But when I did this exact same mission with my crab, I mocked literally everything up. Well, I'm not gonna gamble. I'm trying to deal that damage to Ryan.
Mission successful.
We have mission success. That would have gotten us a ton of money if we managed to destroy enemy mechs. We nailed the mechs who were already in Proserpina capital and blasted their landing facilities, so no other Draconis troops can escape off-planet. Now that we've won, the Federated Commonwealth will be able to launch their campaign from Proserpina and maybe turn back to DC forever. But this is no longer your concern. Your pay has been deposited into your Comstar account, and we scheduled transportation to take you back to Outreach. You know, sometimes I envy you. It must be nice not to care.
Select game. Game saved.
Yeah, we did it. We also salvaged some weapons and a mech. I don't know what mech. Victory! After years of oppression, Proserpina is free once more. Hobbs Tigers, the mercenary unit largely responsible for our victory, was awarded several medals of honor before boarding their dropship and heading for home. While we bid a farewell to comrades in arms, we welcome a new Proserpina government. The mutineers quickly set up a provisional government in accordance with the Federated Commonwealth policies. Representatives of the provisional government estimate that over 2,000 of Proserpina citizens died in the final 2 days of Draconis occupation, although some say that the total casualties may number even higher. The provisional government has already promised to try some 60 captured Draconis soldiers for war crimes. All told, the estimated cost of the rebellion is nearly 100,000 lives and billions of sea bills spent in war materials or lost to property damage. Among the casualties are nearly 10,000 children, most of whom were killed during the Draconis campaign of vengeance during their final days on Proserpina. In answer to these shocking losses, Elijah Harris, leader of the provisional government, issued the following statement. We cannot fully count the number of dead or ever calculate our total loss. The price of freedom is always high, but an enslaved people must pay the price for that liberty. We have won a great victory, and our future shines bright. While burying and mourning the dead, remember the great cause they lived and died for. The best way to honor our fallen heroes is to ensure that we will never again live under off-planet control, but will always remain an independent and sovereign people. Yeah, I mentioned this before. The Federated Suns is basically Space United States. Space America, the Lyran Commonwealth is Space Europe, and the Draconis Combine is Space Japan. So, they call it the Federated Commonwealth. I didn't mention this part, but they call it the Federated Commonwealth because during this time period, there was, I think, there was like a marriage between Steiner and House Davion, and both factions, both the Federated Sons and the Lyran Commonwealth merged and became the Federated Commonwealth. And this lasted until like 3060. And then the FedCom Civil War happened. That's a story for MechWarrior 4. We'll get into that if I ever get to MechWarrior 4. Well, let's check the news. Kurita challenges Federated Commonwealth. In our top story, Theodore Kurita announced today that the Draconis Combine would no longer tolerate the continual economic and military aggression from the Federated Commonwealth. This this is the fourth in a series of veiled threats from Kurita's high commanders, all aimed at the Federated Commonwealth. Prince Hans Davion was unavailable for comment, though reliable sources claim Archon Melissa seemed unconcerned by Fyodor Kurita's continued posturing and has just embarked on a 2-week vacation to the southern regions of Farkad. I think I read this one already. Political analysts predict that the hostility between the Federated Commonwealth and the Draconis Combine will turn openly violent in the months ahead. Jandex expands. In economic news, the Jandex Corporation, the galaxy's largest producer of personal sanitary products, has announced plans to expand, opening a number of new plants on various planets throughout the Federated Commonwealth. Jandex was among last year's 10 highest-grossing corporations. LRMs running out. Nova Star Armaments, originally based on Galadon 5, recently became a casualty in the ongoing conflict between the Draconis Combine and the mutineer terrorist groups. Nova Star has long been accused of supplying the mutineers with weapons and ammunition, and yesterday Draconis forces destroyed a large Nova Star Delta Dart LRM manufacturing facility. Analysts predict a shortage of long-range missile launchers and ammunition as merchants and successor states hoard existing stores. Well, guess what? Our actions have consequences. We blew up the third floor of the building at the very first mission of the game. We caused this. We're responsible for the LRM shortage.
Accessing personnel.
We don't want to hire Jesse Winfield. There's going to be a better aerotech pilot later. However, aerotechs have never been useful to me. Like, you can assign them to the mission, but they never seem to show up. I don't know if it's a glitch or
Select.
or whatever.
Game. Save.
Let's repair everything. Wait a second. Okay, I was just imagining it, I guess. We got a panther. We don't need to repair it. Or do we? Oh, we do. Oh, I don't know if we're gonna use it. Stock up on more lasers. Let's sell this AC. Oh, check this out, by the way. An AC-20 on the market costs 300,000, and the one we have here costs 10,000.
Select.
I don't know what's up with that.
Loading.
Okay, let's plan stuff as planned. We gotta get rid of this auto cannon here because we don't need it. By the way, LRM shortage, they really did mean it. There's not many LRMs. Like, there is a serious shortage of LRMs, just like it's been reported all over the news. I'll buy this flamer just in case. Let's see what I think the best one out of this bunch is the dragon, actually. So we're gonna sell the panther. We're gonna sell the commando. Goodbye, commando. And we're gonna buy the dragon. If you don't. Actually, do I want to get rid of the commando? Yes, I do. I need the money. We can always get another commando and name it a Com 7X if I need to. The dragon lives up to its grand name. Of course it would. So we just, there we go. I'm gonna reallocate the armor like that. That set us back 1,000,000 sea bells.
Select game. Game save.
So
Connecting to Comstar.
we have
Contact
some.
database.
We have two missions and a. We have two missions and a generic randomly generated one. We're gonna take this one because this one sounds too good to be true. Jandex Mercantile Corporation Mercenary Contract. Jandex is a wealthy and influential corporation. I think we gotta change this to a T, sir. Our diverse assets are available on hundreds of worlds throughout the inner sphere. We need a skilled and professional mercenary unit to guard valuable resources on the periphery world of Botany Bay. Job pays 5,000,000 civils. This sounds already suspect. The periphery world is nothing but pirates, and Botany Bay sounds like a pirate planet. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Well, let's take it. It sounds. Let's go. Let's go to a pirate planet, and hopefully nothing bad happens. And the high pay would be a good lure. By the way, there are certain missions, by the way, that is absolutely critical that you must complete, because if you do not, you die. So, for example, we cannot abort this campaign now.
Game. Game save.
Look at this. You cannot abort this campaign. This. If we die, if we fail this mission, we are basically dead. So. We're setting up a new plant on a small planet called Pitkin. There are no reports of any violent activity, but it's company policy to have all of our new territories checked out by BattleMech plants before the VIPs move on site. It'll be an easy assignment, and you won't have to do any fighting, but you know bureaucracy. My boss is writing me to really go after you for the job. After he's satisfied that Pitkin is clean, we'll send a dropship in to pick you up. As long as everything goes smoothly, you'll get a nice fat bonus. Everybody wins. Investigate the city at Malfoy Belt Beta. Destroy any enemy mechs. Oh, destroy mechs.
No data available.
That sounds very suspect. December 29, 3045. Well, it's about time. We've earned a babysitting mission. I've heard that these big corporations have money to burn, but I've never gotten a piece of the action before. Odds are we won't see any combat either. Who starts a fight with a company? January 4, 3046. With the bonus that Weasel Janklo was talking about, I might look into hiring some more aerospace support. Wouldn't hurt, but it is expensive. Sometimes I wish it was back the way it used to be, and all I had to do was fight. But I'm making a lot more money now. I never realized it, but our old commander was robbing us blind. One thing I'm sure of, I'm not going to end up dying in someone else's war like she did. When I was on outreach this last time, I heard about a guy who retired after being a merc for 20 years. And he bought himself a whole planet. Now that's doing it in style. Well, let's launch. Hopefully this is an easy one.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Uh-oh.
Thermal optics engaged.
Hi guys. Right off the bat.
Enemy mech destroyed.
I lost some arm already, but that's okay. I don't need it.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden. Enemy contact detected.
He's down. We don't need to worry about him anymore. Instead, we gotta worry about this enemy that's showing up. Ow. Panther. Yep. Sorry about that.
Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden.
That was some very bad timing.
Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden.
Another Panther.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Well, this was an easy one.
Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden.
You know, not jumping.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Oops. Oh my god. How long is... Well, as you can see, the AI is improved because he actually groups his weapons now. He's using the same weapon groups that I set up for him. But collision detection is still kind of... The collision detection is still kind of messy.
Enemy mech destroyed. Secondary objective, destroy all enemy mechs. Successful. Nav Beta reached. Mission successful.
Ah,
Select
sorry.
game. Game save.
Hold on a second. What? Okay, whatever. Anyways. It's a good thing that I was still in orbit when I got your distress call and coordinated pickup. I thought that Jandex thing seemed too easy. Never trust a sure thing. Anyway, you made short work of those pirates. And they won't be running that sting again. Just pay closer attention next time. I might not be around to bail you out. Well, we got a total of 250,000 for our troubles. We didn't get that 5 million C bills. It was a con. Sources at the Jandex Corporation confirmed today that an unknown pirate band had been masquerading as Jandex, which manufactures their hair care and personal hygiene products. The pirates' ruse had been to hire a mercenary unit under the false pretense of guarding a non-existent plant and then to ambush them in order to steal their mechs and equipment. Although some have fallen for the maneuver, earlier today a mercenary group ended the pirates scheming on Pitkin. Noel Shirai, the leader of the group, spoke today to a CNS reporter on Outreach. We were aware from the beginning that the Jandex job was a scam. We just took it on ourselves to clean up some of the scum trying to prey on hard-working, honest-living mercs, Noel Shirai said. Jandex Corporation has discontinued legal proceedings against the pirates, as they were all killed in today's battle on Pitkin. Well,
Select game.
you guys didn't hear anything weird during that mission, did you?
Game save.
If not, if you did, it's fine. I'll edit it out of the VOD.
Accessing
Nope,
personnel.
nothing, no one for hire. We gotta repair our mechs. We don't have the money to buy a new one.
Select game. Game save. Accessing
Nope, I
personnel.
don't mean to come here.
Connect
So
to Comstar contract database.
now the next story mission is the Draconis Combine Deep Strike campaign. The Draconis Combine needs a group of highly motivated, highly skilled mercenaries to perform sensitive covert operations on a world to be disclosed after the signing of the contract. Pays $2 million, 2 million C-bills. Already no deposit. I think you mean on deposit with Comstar. Contract lasts for 4 months and is recommended for a unit with fast 45 to 65 ton mechs. The Combine will pay for all reasonable ammunition expenses. Well, we need work, and these other ones do not pay well. We're doing this one. Let's check the news before we go. Pirates raid deep. At Planet Royal's Gamma jump point yesterday at 5:15 GMT, a single pirate jump ship entered system. The pirates, reportedly from an unknown periphery state, launched 2 dropships towards the undefended Mio moon of Royal's large gas giant. Federated Commonwealth military media liaisons for the sector admitted that Mio holds 2 large mining facilities that provide elements useful in the creation of battlemech armor and ammunition. Mio has a population of 67. All miners who work a 6-month rotation before returning to Royal for 3 months. Fortunately, a rotation will complete in 2 days, and a Federated Commonwealth dropship is already en route to rescue the miners. The Commonwealth expects there to be no casualties on Mio, as all civilians will evacuate days before the pirates actually land. Military experts believe that any movement of troops around Royal could jeopardize the carefully worded 3039 treaty with the Draconis Combine. Civilian authorities from several worlds have expressed their concerns over these shocking raids and have requested additional troops to deal with the pirate threat. Starleak technology discovered. In other pirate-related news, the cache of Starleak-era weapons has been discovered by the small pirate outfit ever since Marauders. The super weapons have already been distributed to several arms dealers throughout the inner sphere. Oh, that reminds me. We should probably stock on weapons. There's an Inferno SRM2. The other is LRM10. I don't need it. Here we are. ER large laser. This is it has longer range than a regular large laser, but it generates more heat. Let's get rid of this autocannon 5. Let's get rid of all this ammo. I am reluctant to use have ammo weapons. Since we have the money, I might as well grab the ER larges. Because you never know when they could come. You never know. They might come in handy later down the line. Oh, he grouped his weapons up differently. Schrodinger's weapon grouping.
Select game. Game save. Select game. Game save.
So let's assign Actually, no. Let's keep Yabru on this mission. Let's make sure everything is yeah, everything's good. Yeah. Your mission is to destroy a Commonwealth advanced base, its entire complement of defending mechs and its defensive turrets. Our intelligence agents have discovered the frequencies and scramble codes of the Federated Commonwealth combat channels. You will be able to hear all enemy communications. Go to Nav Omicron, destroy the wind power plant. Then go to Nav Pi and destroy the SC advanced base and any defenders. After the base is destroyed, wait for and then destroy the returning patrols.
Your target, enemy wind power. The power loss will make the enemy base easier to destroy.
Sorry. You guys have been silent since the Jandex mission. I hope things are still okay. June 12th, 3046. I have some misgivings against attacking the Federated Commonwealth. DC money is just as good as anyone else's, maybe better. They don't like mercs very much, but they always pay on time. But I do think that the FedCom is the best thing for the Inner Sphere. Then again, if the Commonwealth takes over and we all start living in peace, I'll be out of a job. The Combine isn't shy about wasting merc lives and equipment, so I'll have to watch my back on this one. Not really. As long as there's people, there's always gonna be war. There's always gonna be work for mercenaries. July 10th, 3046. Touchdown on New Iverson today. The planet is in its winter now, a season that will last for nearly 2 standard years. The dropship captain said he would return to pick me up in 60 days. In the meantime, I will have to be successful in several attacks against well-guarded facilities. The idea here is to convince FedCom that they are actually facing a much larger force than just us. Only continued success against larger and more powerful units will convince the Federated Commonwealth to move enough reserves forward to New Iverson to give the Combine a diplomatic advantage. So yeah, the previous major contract we were on the FedCom side, and this time we're back on Draconis Combine side. We're just playing our employers against each other. But money's money, right?
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Money is money indeed.
Power station is all clear. Headed for nav data. Roger, Patrol. Watch for mercenary raiders.
Nav Omicron. Reached. Objective successful.
Patrol, our turrets are down. Shorten your sweep. Raiders may be in the area. Roger, base. We are finishing up now. Returning to base after one more scan. ETA, 2 minutes.
Wait. So, Inner Sphere weapons are weaker than clan weapons, but they can still be pretty strong because while their attack power is weaker, they generate less heat. So you can vote more of them. And they can be more heat efficient. So an autocannon 20 is 20 points of damage, and an Inner Sphere medium laser is 5 points. So 4 medium lasers is the equivalent of an AC-20.
Enemy target destroyed. Enemy target destroyed. Objective successful.
Patrol, this is base. We are under attack.
The patrols are gonna show up
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin.
any second now.
Pi reached.
Let's try to wipe out everything here.
Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden.
That Panther will take its sweet time getting here, because it's
Shutdown
not
imminent.
very fast.
Emergency heat shutdown overridden.
I'm more worried about one of the patrols is a mongoose. He'll get here very quickly.
Objective successful.
We'll just wait until that mongoose gets here. Ah.
Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown.
All four of them are here. Let's... Ah. Ow. This is not going as well as I hoped.
Critical hit. Sensors. Critical hit on. Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden. Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden. Enemy mech destroyed.
Okay, that's one down. This guy also has ammunition, so hopefully we can overload him.
Internal heat.
Ah, we're dead.
Select game. Loading.
Let's retry that. Yeah, destroying the wind power plant. That went awful.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Control to base. Power station is all clear. Headed for nav Zeta. Roger, Patrol. Watch for mercenary raiders.
Yeah, try this again. Even though I don't have ammunition, if I go over the heat limit, it's still gonna explode. So I still have to be careful about that. It's just it's way easier to blow up if you have ammunition.
Nav Omicron reached. Objective successful.
Patrol, our turrets are down. Shorten your sweep. Raiders may be in the area. Roger, base. We are finishing up now. Returning to base after one more scan. ETA, 2 minutes.
Enemy target destroyed. Enemy target destroyed. Objective successful. Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden.
These things are actually kind of flimsy. The space is actually kind of flimsy to be going out after a couple of laser shots.
Thermal optics engaged. Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden. Objective successful.
Oh, look.
This is base. We are under attack.
Ow. Wait, why does this have a collision box? So the patrols didn't return for some reason, but they will after a while. So we're gonna drag them. We're gonna wait until they come over again, like last time. First one in is the mongoose. Wait for him to. Wait for him to get close. Because he's the fastest one, he's usually the first one here. Yep, he's dead.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Next one is the assassin.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Nav pi reached.
This one's going better. Out. But there's a guy with an AC-20.
Destroyed.
I'll take out the Panther. Oh.
Enemy mech destroyed. Internal heat at 700 Kelvin.
Oh, goodbye, Autogan. God Java U621, bat those enemy columns, steal their fumes, make them jet.
Enemy mech destroyed. Objective
Ow, 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 ow,
critical hit. Arm. Critical hit.
Yikes.
Sensors.
An explosion got me. I should still be okay, I think. Mostly yellow. And there's a Savannah Masters. We don't have to. They're not our target, but if they pass by us, we'll have to deal with them. Fortunately, they're very flimsy, but they're fast.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Not mechs. They're vehicles.
Enemy mech destroyed. Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Enemy mech destroyed. Target is out of range.
First chesters.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Vehicles can be be really scary in the tabletop game. And in iterations of Biotech games that are actually accurate to the lore. They can carry like like the equivalent of an SRM-40, which is about 80 points of damage, and it would probably just annihilate and it would just vaporize a heavy or assault mech in one shot.
All primary objectives complete. Mission successful.
We salvaged the assassin.
Game. Game. Save.
Your mission was an outstanding success. The advanced base and the entire returning patrol have been destroyed. We congratulate you on your victory. ISF agents have informed us that your attack has caused panic in the highest levels of the Federated Commonwealth Command. All objectives successful. Cash money for 10 confirmed kills. That's some good money. Total income of 600,000. A very rewarding victory. Federated Commonwealth spokesperson Lieutenant Commander Sarah Walsh informed New Iverson in a press conference today that Advanced Base D-12 was destroyed 5 days ago by an unknown band of pirates. All units at the base were destroyed, and the search continues for survivors that may have fled into the wastes. With temperatures falling below minus 30 degrees Celsius at night, there is little hope that there will be any survivors. The base had a complement of 45 Commonwealth soldiers as well as 8 New Iverson citizens serving in various support roles. New Iverson militia units have been put on full alert, and the Federated Commonwealth has promised to bring up reserve Battlemech units to protect New Iverson from further pirate aggression. Professor Donald Rathmon, a political analyst at the New Iverson University, believes the attack to be a surgical strike of some sort. He points out that base D-12 was too small to hold enough equipment or personnel to be a worthy target for a pirate raid. New Iverson is 8 jumps from the nearest nearly a 2-month journey. Professor Rathmon also points out that the last time New Iverson was attacked by pirates was over 400 years ago, during the era of the Star League. When asked who would want to attack New Iverson now if not pirates, Professor Rathmon refused to comment. Well,
Select game.
I'll just save the stream 5, because I saved on stream 4. You took a bit of damage. How come Yabu didn't take much damage? I mean, this is the assassin. Even if we repair this, we don't have the equipment we don't have an LRM-5. So he's only gonna have an SRM-2 and a medium laser. This is why, what makes customization more necessary in this game than in previous ones. Begin by destroying an FC supply truck to draw the enemy away from the landing field, your true target. Evade other enemy mechs in a small field of ice pillars that stand close to the base. Destroy the landing field and then escape as quickly as possible to a mountain pass at Nav Epsilon. 2 attack helicopters will cover your retreat. As usual, you will be tapped into enemy combat channels. Find and destroy the FC truck. Then maneuver into the ice pillars. Move through the ice pillars, destroy the landing field at Nav Delta, and flee to Nav Epsilon.
Use the ice pillars to cover your approach to your target, the enemy airfield.
Sounds easy enough. Received my new August 22nd, 3046. Received my new orders from Fukuzawa today. It's a good plan, but will they fall for it? If none of the first chasseurs leave the landing field to assist the truck, I'll be facing a full lance of heavy mechs. I might stand a chance at a city fighting or a jungle hunt, but on the open tundra against a lance of heavies? Not a chance. I think I'm starting to understand why some people don't like to work with the DC. Their battle plans are good, but too risky for anybody but a merc. September 15, 3046. After nearly 2 days of traveling and dodging FedCom recon satellites, I finally arrived in the target area. The ice pillars are truly a unique formation. It takes over a decade for them to form, growing higher and higher with each snowfall. For some reason, they grow only in certain areas, and unlike ordinary snow, they have a high melting point, allowing them to survive New Iverson's warmer summer months. I hope they're strong enough to deflect enemy fire, because they'll be the only thing between me and anybody who comes to rescue the FC supply truck. Well, let's do it, I guess.
Select game. Game. Save.
We're gonna bap the airfield.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
This is why also I went for the heavy that can go 85 kilometers, at least 80 kilometers an hour. Because that's actually reasonably fast
Enemy mech destroyed.
for a heavy unit.
Enemy mech destroyed.
So here comes the fun part. You gotta hide these ice pillars. But the problem is my lance mate will also have some trouble navigating it. Unlike me. Okay. So
I have possible contact with the ice pillars. Go in it.
I got spotted.
Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright, Flashman. Flashman is a little scary. Flashman's I think is an assault mech. A heavier assault. But he is all energy based, so he has no ammunition on him. But at the same time, as long as we keep him running hot, he can't use his weapons. Yeah, shut down.
Enemy mech
Boom.
destroyed.
There are some more mechs out here. If we, fortunately we're not on a time limit. Oh, Stalker. He's got LRMs. Ow.
Enemy mech destroyed.
You see how powerful the flamer is because that cooked his that most definitely cooked his ammo and blew him up. I think there's supposed to be one more heavy mech here, but I haven't seen him.
Nav Delta reached. Internal heat at 700 Kelvin.
Strike Alpha. Head for the mountain pass at Nav Epsilon. We'll cover your back.
Yeah. Well, that was an easy. That was easier than I thought it would be, actually. Of course, when I did this, when I was testing this out, I just barreled in. This on stream, I was planning to do a strat where I would lure them into the ice pillars, and then kill them and then kill them inside there. But I didn't have to lure them at all. They just came right at me. And there is no bonus objective saying you have to destroy all enemy mechs, so we don't need. If there is another mech that we missed, we don't need to worry about him. We might get a bounty for killing him, but
Nav Epsilon reached. Mission successful.
Is the game's audio louder than my voice? Just let me know. I've noticed that no matter how I set the game's audio, it always blares the music on the max. The CD audio. It always blares the CD audio on the max setting. All good so far? Okay, I'll just run with it then. You succeeded in destroying the landing field and escaped before you could be identified or captured. Your efforts over the last month have shaken the Commonwealth's belief that New Iverson is adequately protected, and already SC mechs are making combat drops into the area. I congratulate you on a job well done. You will soon be extracted from New Iverson by a Draconis dropship and return to Outreach. Actually, I should save on stream 4,
Select game.
not stream 5.
Game. Save.
We didn't salvage any weapons or mechs. We got 300,000 seagulls for our troubles. New Iverson welcomed the 19th Arcturian Guards today. Their dropships set down in small groups all over New Iverson, hoping to evade and then counterattack the huge pirate company that has ravaged Commonwealth facilities for over a month. New Iverson militia units joined with the 19th in hunting for their pirates, but so far their efforts have been disappointing, according to the 19th Arcturian Guards Colonel Deltra. The pirates refused to engage these new units after they have refused to engage the first Chesters in the past. The pirates' tactical style has been a series of hit-and-run raids whose apparent purpose is to capture war materials for more serious battles to come. Why the pirates are waiting to begin the battle is unclear. Their motives remain as hidden as their secret base. Meanwhile, the diplomatic war between the Commonwealth and the Draconis Combine has heated to dangerous levels. Draconis diplomats stormed out of yesterday's meeting after an angry debate over the activities on New Iverson. The Draconis diplomats seemed most concerned at the number of Commonwealth mechs on New Iverson, which is very near the Commonwealth Combine border. With over a regiment of Commonwealth mechs weighing in at close to 3,000 tons of military hardware, the Draconis Combine has threatened to increase the mech regiments on its own borders, in violation of several peace treaties. If the Commonwealth doesn't withdraw its units from New Iverson and end its military buildup along the border. Well, if you're wondering, yes, we are the pirates. Let's repair our mechs. How come Fukusawa is so lucky? He takes very little damage while I have to tank everything.
Select game. Game. Save.
Congratulations, MechWarrior. Your efforts have been successful. It is time for you to flee before you are captured by Commonwealth troops. The dropship will wait for you through the night and will lift off at I don't know. Once the dropship is discovered waiting, the Commonwealth will gather as many mechs together as they can to try to attack. At dawn, the dropship will no longer be safe and will be forced to flee. However, there is an alternative. A small will be... Go to Navro and cross the bridge there to get across the canyon. Avoid all enemy patrols and get to Nav Sigma to escape from New Iverson. Oh yeah, for this mission is it's critical. This mission is a critical one. If we fail this one, we die. By the way, just throwing that out there. September 6, 3046. I've received a message from ISF agents here on New Iverson. They want to lift us off planet before the FedCom forces track us down. It looks like they've sent half their entire armed forces here to New Iverson. I have the unit hidden in a tiny valley in the mountains where we'll hide until the rendezvous. We are protected from prying eyes by snowdrifts and pine trees, but the mountains may have garbled the Draconis transmission. Still waiting for the dropship. October 17, 3046. Still waiting for the dropship. I've examined a map of New Iverson and I can guess at the garbled coordinates in the Draconis transmission. There are really only a few places that a dropship could set down and still be safe in that area of the planet. If I'm wrong, then there will be no dropship and I won't get off. I'm betting the Combine won't send a dropship back for a second pass if I miss it the first time. November 2nd, 3046. The journey has been a disaster. I guessed incorrectly at the coordinates for the dropship landing. The area was covered in trees and was a high avalanche risk. I triggered the avalanche and we were ambushed by a recon lance from the 19th Arcturian Guards, which helped cover our escape. By the way, I deliberately took out the lance mage for a reason, because I don't need him for this one. We gotta run. That's why.
Reactor online.
And
Sensors online. Weapons online.
first order of business.
Phenomenal.
There's a mongoose.
Site for
I'm
extraction.
gonna have... This mongoose will outrun me, so I have to I got to take care of them. If I was running a light mech, it might be okay. Yeah, let's take him out quickly, but he's running around in a circle.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin.
Okay.
Enemy mech destroyed.
So, gotta get to the half sigma. There's a Jenner is gonna catch up to us as well. That Jenner is fast. Fortunately, a Jenner is not as scary as the mongoose. If he catches up to us, I'm gonna have to turn around and shoot him. Oh, there's a bridge. He's caught up to us. I think. He's already in range to fire his missiles. But, you know what? I guess I was hoping to do this,
Reach.
I was hoping to do this before, just as I got to the edge, but... Yeah. Goodbye. We're not taking the bridge because they're gonna blow it up. If I kept a light mech with jump jets, I'd be able to get here really quickly. If they blow up the bridge, there's still a way to escape. We have to take a different dropship instead. But because I have jump jets, we can take the regular trip.
If you can't get to us in time, you can still get off to Iverson. Follow the road south until you meet a jeep. They will get you out on foot.
Well, the DC dropship. We made it.
Mission successful.
We are out of here.
Select game. Game save.
Your escape was successful. House Kurita will reward you well for your efforts on New Iverson. You accomplished the impossible, making an entire successor state believe that a unit smaller than a lance was, in fact, an entire company of mechs. You have given our diplomatic corps a great deal of ammunition to use against the Commonwealth. Diplomatic corps, sorry. Even now, negotiations have begun for a general withdrawal of Commonwealth troops from our border. Keep in mind that your silence is part of our contract. You must never mention the Combine's involvement in this operation. If you do, you will not live long enough to regret your transgression. I got a cash bounty for downing the mongoose. I could have probably gotten one for the Jenner as well. Well, we got 2 million. We got 2 million for our troubles. Colonel Deltra of the 19th Arturian Guards announced today that a small group of pirates successfully escaped from New Iverson aboard an unidentified dropship. The pirates evaded nearly 600 tons of Federated Commonwealth mechs to reach their landing zone, and a dropship evaded 6 aerospace fighters on the way to its rendezvous with a jump ship hidden behind New Iverson's smallest moon. Colonel Deltra still believes that there are a significant number of pirate units in the field, and that an attack on a Federated Commonwealth facility could come at any time. First Chesters have been assigned the duty of watching over New Iverson cities and Federated Commonwealth military posts, while Colonel Deltra and his Arturian Guards search the frozen wastes for the pirates' secret base. HFAV, we're playing more MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries. The terrain and the weather are working against the Commonwealth. With temperatures steadily dropping as we enter the first months of deep winter, it has become more and more difficult to operate conventional engines. Fusion engine craft and mechs are the only units that remain reliable under the harsh conditions. Continued snowfall also obscures recon satellites and slows search teams. Biddle Dotra said today, "I'm not confident that if the remaining pirates stay in hiding, we will be able to find them this winter." Meanwhile, the War of Words grows worse between the Federated Commonwealth and the Draconis Combine. Negotiations continue in an attempt to re-establish a peace treaty between the two powers. Already, the Federated Commonwealth has agreed to remove the equivalent of an entire battlemech regiment from the Draconis Commonwealth border. These latest peace talks are expected to last well into the summer. Okay, I will be right back. I need to get some water. Sorry about that. Reading the deep biotech lore it is drying up my mouth very quickly. So I'm drinking much more water than usual. I didn't think about this when I started streaming MechWarrior 2. But then again, I didn't read the lore for the 21st Century comic because I just didn't care enough to read it.
Select game. Game save.
Let's see the news. Space Cube. 15 billion tons of ice all for a glass of water? That's just what the inhabitants of the water-poor world of Liaison are getting. Oh my god, they are on this mission set already. Located in the Free Rasahag Republic, Liaison supports a population of over 6 million, with only an estimated 10 million gallons of water on the entire planet. Now, with the help of the Republic, the people of Liaison can hope for a shower. Within the next 6 months, a giant chunk of ice found free-floating in the Liaison system will be dragged over 150 million kilometers by two of the largest engines created since the days of the Star League. Representatives of Hydrodynamics, the corporation which currently imports all of Liaison's water, expressed the concern that the ice chunk could break up upon entering Liaison's atmosphere, threatening the lives of the planet's citizens. Hijacking. A Federated Commonwealth jumpship convoy transporting a large arms shipment to New Avalon was hijacked yesterday by the Hellas Horsemen. The Horsemen, mercenaries recently turned pirates, quickly dumped the weapons with several arms dealers, who were selling them at significant discounts. Wanted dead or alive. The Jandex Corporation is demanding the capture of the pirate band, using their name to lure mercenaries to Pitkin in order to steal their mechs. The pirates, posing as Jandex employees, extended several contracts to mercenary groups, asking them to serve the planet Pitkin before high-level executives dropped on planet. Once the mercenaries had arrived on Pitkin, the pirates ambushed them, slaying the MechWarriors and taking their mechs. Jandex has as yet been unsuccessful in locating the pirates who fled Pitkin when their scheme was discovered. I don't know why we're getting this article, because we just did this mission, and we killed all the pirates. So this article shouldn't even You shouldn't even be seeing this article. Anyway.
Accessing personnel.
Okay, we got Jennifer Brockton. Well, she's already hired because she's an A in everything. Psychological profile, calm and stable. Jennifer claims to fall into a kind of trance when exposed to heavy fire. Jennifer claims that her trance enables her to navigate through heavy fire. Career history. Jennifer has 8 kills in 1 battle. She is an up-and-coming MechWarrior to be watched. Her previous employer was the Grey Death Legion, who she left for personal reasons. You're hired. Hans O'Malley, a longtime veteran of the DCMS. Hans pilots his family-owned SL-15 Slayer. He has 3 kills in the air and 5 kills against ground targets. You're hired too. The SL-15 Slayer is an 80-ton. They don't give the specs properly for aerotech fighters in this game, but I looked up on the Battletech wiki. Sarda. The SL-15 Slayer is an 80-ton aerotech fighter that is basically the equivalent of a Strike Eagle. So, you're hired. If we can ever get aerotech fighters to work properly, then maybe we might see him flying around.
Select game.
Let's,
Save.
Let's... that was... The ear lasers... The ear larges aren't on the market anymore. Fair enough. We got enough, if we sell this, we'll have enough to buy another mech. What should we get? Quick draw, maybe? Yes, I'm gonna save in advance.
Game. Save.
I saw this, it has 6.6 million C-bills. You can always just get another crab. Or I could just ignore this entirely because the next couple of missions, if I do the ice ship mission,
Connecting.
let's see what we have.
Star contract database.
You will act as a trainer for a young Federated Commonwealth prince. In addition, you will patrol the world of Miacom, looking for reported enemy activity. Shaw pays 750,000 C-bills, already on deposit with Comstar. The Commonwealth will pay for all reasonable ammunition expenses. This one's a generic one. This is the ice mission. We're not going to do this one yet. We're going to do as many of these as we can before the ice mission, which begins on March 1st, and then afterwards we won't have a choice but to do it. So let's just take this job. This one is
Accessing personnel.
Yeah, by the way, we're never gonna access this. Like, even if I access this, we're never gonna hire another mercenary again because we got the 3 best lance mates in the game, but you can only have two of them active at any time, and we can only hire 1 aerotech pilot at a time. In the actual Battletech lore, a lance is 4 mechs, not 3. And a clan star is actually 5 mechs. 5 mechs, yeah. So I think they were trying to make it so that we would actually have, like, based on the game files when I was like messing through them. I think they were trying to make to make it so that you could have four mechs at once, but they couldn't do it and they ran out of time. So we're just stuck with a clan point. You're sleeping not too long, and you week begins tomorrow, and you need to be fresh for work. That's fine. This might be one of our. We might call it after this mission. Feather repair, but that's okay.
Select game. Game. Save.
Super finances.
Finances.
Our total monthly costs are going up. We gotta pay them their salaries even if they don't do anything. We are employing you for a very delicate mission. Prince Luthor is distant in the line for the throne, but he is still of the royal blood of House Davion. Before he faces real combat, he must be trained. However, he already sees himself as a proven MechWarrior. In fact, he only agreed to this mission because he thinks he is in fact your superior. Your main duty is to accompany and guard Prince Luthor. House Davion hopes that he will gain experience by operating in the field. If any harm comes to the young prince, you will pay dearly. Yeah, sure. This is not too difficult. Let's bring Jennifer to the mission.
No data available.
Sure. No data. January 2nd, 3047. Babysitting a prince. Just what I need. It wouldn't be so bad, but the kid actually thinks he's in charge. So I'm gonna have to pretend to take orders from him while making sure he doesn't shoot his own arm off. But it's good money, no danger. I can handle a little humiliation for cash. January 7, 3047. As we get closer to the drop zone, I'm starting to look forward to this. The way I figure it, House Davion wouldn't let anything happen to a prince, even if he is only 17th in the line for the throne. My bet is that anyone we face on Miacham will be a plant. They'll shoot a few rounds at us, then expire gracefully to pack the kid's ego. Wait till they see me. I'm gonna rip them apart. Sundays are good days to sleep in. Everybody's usually asleep on Sundays. That's why even like my freelance stuff, I usually actually only do start on the business days.
Weapons online. All systems nominal.
So, I'm gonna. I know that we're supposed to be escorting him, but we don't need him to actually get anywhere. So I'm just gonna leg him, and you're gonna sit there. Now the rest of this should be simple. We're just gonna patrol. You slept in. Instead of waking up at 6:30, you woke up at 8. Such sleep. Yeah, I woke up around the 12 p.m. mark, so the first thing I did was grab lunch, and then I was like, well, guess we'll get started on the stream. Actually, like 5 years. Let's see if I wonder if I can like a really early bird. But I'd rather let me not miss anything. So
Gamma reached.
but who is here? Oh, Cot is still here, and Char is here. So, hey Char. I saw this guy early, by the way. Uh, uh, you're feeling meatworm. You guys got LRMs,
Internal heat at 700
and his leg is not
Kelvin.
coming off. Oh, he's down. Now he is the meatworm. Look at him just lying down on the map, on the thing. Ignore the Z clipping. You don't get out, you're gonna get cooked.
Enemy mech
Boom.
destroyed.
Oh shit. There's a Jaeger mech. He's got AC. He's got auto cannons on his arms. There we go. He's basically, or more like he's the equivalent of the rifleman in classic MechWarrior 2. He's getting cooked.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin.
Ow. That's a friendly.
Enemy mech destroyed.
I think a part broke. You start work at 7:45, so you need to wake up around 6:30 for it, and you tend to wake up early during weekends as a result, since your body adapted to it. Staying late partying, playing games, or watching movies. Don't party all the time. Can't be the only one that decides to watch a movie at 1 a.m. I mean, it's easier when out. You don't have to be on time for work for whatever reason. I think that was all the enemies.
Delta reached. Proceed to dust-off site for extraction.
Oh, this mission's timed.
External camera.
Oof, my arms are very black. You never stay up late. Even when you were jobless, you still try to sleep around 22 o'clock, 23 at the latest. You're disciplined with that stuff. Yeah, I have no discipline. Evidently. I try to get 8 hours of sleep, however. Because it kind of sucks when you want to do stuff and your body just wants to go to sleep. If you wake up at 10 or later, you feel like you lost your entire morning and makes you depressed. So you start to sleep early so you wake up early. Yeah. Well, even when I wake up early, I don't feel like really doing anything until the afternoon.
Nav
Other than grab
Epsilon
breakfast and chill.
Mission successful.
Well, that's it
Select
for
game.
this contract.
Game. Save.
House Davion thanks you for protecting the young prince, who I shot the leg off of. We did not expect there would be any combat on Mia-chan. The pirates who attacked you in an attempt to kidnap Prince Luthor slipped through our surveillance. Without your quick reactions and skill, the prince would have been abducted. Such an embarrassment to the Federated Commonwealth could have gravely affected the current balance of power. In other news from House Davion, the dashing Prince Luthor seems to have come of age. After spending the last few years in a whirlwind of debutante balls and court functions, Luthor has finally taken his place among the Federated Commonwealth's warriors. He recently led an unidentified mercenary unit into battle against pirates on Mia-chan, where he took an easy victory. Prince Luthor was awarded the Iron Talon for bravery in the face of the enemy on his return to Farkad. Well, we're gonna check a few more things and then see if I should call it or keep going.
Select game. Game.
I'm leaning towards calling it, but the lure of having 3 other viewers is tempting. But at the same time, I also have some stuff I want to do in the evening. So I should also have more time to prep for that. Let's check the news first. I'm just gonna go over it quickly. I'm not gonna read it out loud. Nope, this is a space cube. Wanted dead or alive. Several new ammunition companies have opened past months hoping to cash in on an increase of warfare within the New Sphere. However, the number of new companies has resulted in a glut in the market. Ammunition prices are dropping as companies compete with each other for limited consumers. Okay. So we got ammo prices are cheap. If I was making an ammo-oriented thing, these prices don't look much different, honestly. A7D Atlas. This is we want this bad boy. If I sell these, I will have enough to get my hands on. If we sell the Crown Assassin, I will have enough to get my hands on this bad boy. This is an extremely heavy mech. And this is the one we want to stick our large lasers on. Let's see what else.
Accessing.
No one for hire.
Connecting to Comstar contract database.
This one is a simple one. So what do you think? Do you want me to run one more mission? This will be, I think, the compromise is I will do this one last mission before we call it, and or we can just call it now. What do you guys think? First, you're off the bed right now. You can't afford to mess with your sleep schedule at all. All right. How about everyone else? This mission is very simple, so I think Lenny can afford to miss this one. Like I'll save the ice ship missions for for next Saturday. Because that's one that it's part of the main story. I know that you're here, Char. You don't have to pretend. Yeah, I know you're here, Char. I'm about to do something wicked. No. Thanks for showing up, Lemmy. Goro. Well, okay, so here's what we'll do then. I'm gonna do this last mission, and then we'll call it. This one, and then after this one, then I have no choice but to actually do the ice ship missions, and that will be saved for next week. So take care, Lemmy. This one is kind of an easy one and easy. This one's gonna be an easy mission anyway. So, well, got work. Thanks for streaming. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do this last mission then. 'Cause I want this bad. I want this bad. This bad boy. I'm gonna sell the assassin. I'm gonna sell the crab. I'm gonna buy this atlas. I don't have enough money to customize it. Let's see what I can do. Oh jeez, removing the autocannon is already expensive. Well, I have an idea. I don't actually need to customize it. I'm gonna give it to one of my buddies. So,
Personnel.
I'll read this out loud.
Connecting to Comstar contract database.
Yeah. Later caught. The FRR is searching for the right unit for this delicate mission. A small FRR unit led by a misguided and mentally disturbed commander has taken a small unit of mechs into the field on Razzlehag and has refused all orders to return to base. The current bounty of 600,000 C-bills will be offered to any mercenary who can bring the unit's commander in alive. The Republic will pay for all reasonable ammunition expenses. Okay, let's do it.
Select game.
No, not actually. I'll do string frame.
Save.
So I'm gonna take the dragon while I'll give the Atlas to Danny. Commander Jeremy Cottingham, one of our most trusted officers, recently suffered a nervous breakdown on the verge of his retirement. He has stolen his own mech and escaped to the Razzlehag wilds. He must be captured with a minimum of publicity. When you have located Commander Cottingham, immobilize him by destroying one of his mech's legs. We want him taken alive so he can be made an example. Destroy any members of his former unit who have joined his mutiny. We would normally never use mercenaries for such a delicate mission, but none of the Kunzarm will face Cottingham, a much decorated war hero. Find Commander Cottingham and disable his mech. Destroy all other enemies.
Your target. Disable Colonel Cottingham's mech. Destroy all others.
February 26, 3047. So old Cottingham has gone off his nut. I've heard a lot about him. I guess he was quite a mech warrior in his younger days. Well, I guess we all get put out to pasture sooner or later. I just want to make sure that when it's my time, I've put enough away to live in style. Still, it doesn't seem fair to make an example of someone who spent all of his life fighting for you. March 4th, for 3047. We're in orbit off Rasselhag and I'm just about to touch down. I hate the feeling of uncertainty that hits me just before we get into battle. When I power up, I feel like a god. I am immortal. Here, waiting to dropship, I'm just another insignificant insect. Maybe that's what Cottingham felt when they took away his mech.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Well, let's find Cottingham.
Thermal optics engaged.
Rebel Commando. A Rogue Commando. Poor Danny is moving like slow as molasses.
Nav Alpha reached.
But we will have to live with that.
It's going down.
Uh.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Yes. It's going down.
That commando can probably ruin Danny's day, so I better take care of him. Especially if we're shooting from the rear.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin.
I spent 11 million on that.
Critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden. Enemy mech
Oh shit.
destroyed.
I spent 11 million C-bills on that Atlas. I'm not losing it and my best pilot. One of my best pilots.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Yes. On my way.
The big chunky boy. You can see he can't catch up. He can't catch up to me. He moves at like 54 kilometers an hour, and I move like
Nav
80.
data reached.
But this is not a problem right now, because the ice ship missions I will not be using any lance mates. Actually, I bought the Atlas in advance because I kind of need something a bit better. Like, while I was testing this, I was using the Dragon and it was kind of painful on the ice. There's a rogue fug. Oh. Where do you think you're going? I reach him? No, I can't.
Mission terminated.
Let's redo that.
Game. Loading. Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal. Thermal optics engaged.
We messed that one up. This is actually an easy mission. As long as we doesn't get to that nav point and we destroy everyone else, it should be good enough. I didn't expect him to outrun me. Actually.
It's going down.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Oh, thank you. You destroyed your own ally. Because you don't pay attention.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden. Enemy mech destroyed.
Well, a direct fight with the Atlas, that commando's screwed. Where is
Enemy
that?
mech destroyed.
There we go. I can't order Daniel to attack the flag because he'll kill it. So I gotta disable it myself. I gotta be careful.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin.
Almost there. Come on. No, I don't want to shoot his torso. There. We've disabled them. So that's it for this mission. We don't need to worry about him anymore. I know that the mission is still going, but eventually it will say mission successful. enjoy the music. Yeah. Oh, there was a dropship here.
Mission successful. Mission successful.
That's why he escaped.
Select game.
I'll save this on stream. I'll save this on as a new one. Ice 1. As I hate ice.
Game. Save.
You successfully immobilized Commander Cottingham and destroyed the traitors who followed him when he left. Commander Cottingham's punishment, I am sure, will discourage any others from taking such a suicidal course. We also appreciate your tact. We will inform our warriors of Cottingham's fate, but the FRR will not be dragged through the press. That's still not enough money to get to customize our Atlas. Noel, a mercenary recently employed by the Free Razzlehag Republic, told a bizarre story of mutiny and punishment to reporters in Outreach yesterday. Noel claims to have been employed to hunt down and mobilize FRR Commander Jeremy Cottingham and destroy his unit. Allegedly, Commander Cottingham went rogue after being forced into retirement, stealing his mech and entering the Razzlehag wilds. Several MechWarriors loyal to Cottingham followed them. This report raises several questions about the effectiveness of the FRR military in controlling their own personnel. Officials on Razzlehag offered no comment. Okay, so
Select.
I know I said this that was the last mission for the stream, but I'm gonna try to set up my mech before we go.
Accessing
No
personnel.
MechWarriors or Aerotech pilots for hire. I'll have to check the news. The Space Cube. Super engine. Oh. We'll get to this next stream, I guess. I want to share this story with Lemmy. Do I have anything I can sell to make my, Okay. Oh god. It all racks up. I just want to customize my mech, bro. I guess we are not using this Atlas yet. Unless I can, like, find a way to really make the most out of it.
Connecting to Comstar contract database.
Oh yeah, if I do this one, then, if I do this mission, then it skips the ice mission. So... Anyway, okay, so I guess that is gonna do it for the stream then. So... In the end, I still don't have enough money to fix up the Atlas. But, we'll just have to live with it. Actually, what if? I'm gonna try one more thing, and then if it doesn't work out, then
Game. Save.
either way, if it doesn't work out, I'll just call it. So. First, we strip it down. These are the problem parts. We saw this. We saw this. And we saw this. Because we don't need these. And then I don't think we have enough money to do it. Not unless I sell my dragon as well. Yeah, we're not doing this.
Select
This,
game.
this is. It'd be better. I would be better off doing the ice mission with dragon. As you can see, however, we are still broke. So we are still broke as hell. So customizing mechs gets expensive. Anyway, that'll do it for this stream. So thanks everybody for showing up. Anybody that's sticking around that's new, like Char, for example. I know Char sometimes tunes in. Can I repeat missions from mine? No, I cannot. I cannot go back and replay old missions. What I can do is play the randomly generated mission,
Connecting
like
to Comstar
this one.
contract database.
But this will cycle time for sure, and we are already on like it's already like they don't say it, but it's already like we're already on the space cube day. So we have to
Connecting to Comstar
if we don't do the
contract
space
database.
if we don't do the space cube mission now, someone else will take the job. Yeah, and random missions aren't very fun. So yeah, Char, if you want to tune in on my streams, I usually stream from 2 to 5 p.m. Eastern on Saturday and 1 to 4 on Sunday to accommodate Limmy's new work schedule. And anybody else who tunes in. And also, no, I am not a VTuber. I am an artist. Well, I wouldn't mind being a VTuber mama / papa, but I'm still waiting on someone to actually contact me on that one. That's why I have this live 2D out, just to show that yes, I can do it. I made this live 2D myself. Anyways, yeah, we are gonna continue with MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries next week, unless something happens. And we're gonna resolve the ice ship mission and see if we can get get stuff loaded onto that atlas, a proper loadout loaded onto that atlas that is not like the awful. Like, I mean, the autocan might be okay. maybe actually the setup that the set that the Atlas has might be okay for what it is, but I just don't like that it has weapons on the arms and a lack of jump jets. So anyways, yeah, we gotta continue MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries next week, and I will see you guys then. So take care, everybody. And I know Lemmy's not here, but yeah, just as a formality, Bob Scoro. Yeah, have a good week. And later.